Thanks, guys, and not to brag, but Team Mackey is 3-0. For Daily Iowan TV Sports, I'm Zach Mackey.
And I'm Whitney Blakemore. Our Whip Around crew will fill us in on how Iowa soccer, field hockey, and volleyball did over the weekend. But first, we start things off with Big Ten teams in the AP Top 25 poll. The Iowa Hawkeyes moved on to 4-1 on the season, but it wasn't enough to receive any votes for the AP Top 25 honors. Iowa chose a good weekend for a bye week as 6 AP Top 25 matchups will take place this weekend, including 4 Big Ten teams.
Wisconsin, Nebraska, and Ohio State all moving up in rankings. While Michigan State drops a spot, the Spartans now down at the 10th spot despite a 56-14 win over Wyoming. The Badgers move up to number 17 from the 19th spot. They beat out South Florida 27-10.
And 5-0 Nebraska team is now ranked 19th, 2 spots higher than last week. They defeated Big Ten foe Illinois by a whopping 45-14. The Buckeyes also up 2 spots to a number 20 after a 50-28 win over the Cincinnati Bearcats. Michigan State and Nebraska will face off this weekend.
And while the Iowa football team was at Purdue over the weekend, several Iowa teams in action at home. For more on how those teams performed, we'll now toss it over to our Whip Around crew. Take it away, guys.
Welcome to our Monday evening whip around. I'm Taylor Brooks here at Carver Hawkeye Arena, where the Iowa women's volleyball team had a weekend of home openers and the 4th largest crowd in program history. Bon Szymanski and his team hosted 8th-ranked Nebraska. Unfortunately, the team lost in 3 sets as the Huskers had a high hitting percentage. The ladies take on Penn State and Ohio State this coming weekend to prove that they can play as a team. Now I'll send it over to Taylor Bartz, where she has everything on field hockey.
Thanks, Taylor. I'm here at Grant Field, where the Hawkeyes just wrapped up a pretty big weekend here in Iowa City. The Hawks took down number 17 Indiana by a score of 4-1, with junior Natalie Cafone and sophomore Stephanie Norlander each scoring 2. On Sunday, the girls defeated Missouri State by a score of 7-0, with Norlander putting up a hat trick in the first half. The girls are looking to keep their momentum going into this Friday's game as the now 7-2 Hawkeyes take on Ball State. Now I'm going to toss it over to Austin Luce for Everything Soccer. Austin?
Thanks, Taylor. I'm out here at the Iowa Soccer Complex, where the Iowa women's soccer team is looking to bounce back after 2 losses to 2 new Big Ten foes in Maryland and Rutgers. The team lost 2 matches by scores of 1-0 as they struggled to find much offense in either match. They will return to action on Thursday, October 2nd, where they will travel to East Lansing, Michigan to take on the Michigan State Spartans and return to Ann Arbor, Michigan on the 5th to take on the Wolverines. That's all we have for this week's Whip Around. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks for that, guys.
And while the Iowa soccer team may have not found success over the weekend and still struggle to put points on the board, they are excelling defensively with junior Hannah Clark as their anchor. Clark, the goalie, had to fight her way back to the starting lineup this season. Daily Iowan TV sports reporter Austin Luce has the story. Austin?
The Iowa soccer team may have dropped their last 2 games in dramatic 1-goal fashion, but it was not due to a lack of strong defense, especially by one player in particular, goalkeeper Hannah Clark. Clark has continued to impress as she worked her way back into a starting role for the 8-3 Hawkeyes. Clark boasted 4 straight shutouts and over 360 minutes of scoreless action in her first 4 starts, dating back to September 7th.
It comes from practice, comes from your teammates pushing you and just working hard. The other goalies pushing each other to be better.
Clark helped the Hawks earn victories over Colorado State, Illinois, Northwestern, and Minnesota as she was named the Big Ten's Defensive Player of the Week, an honor that she had previously received.
It's a good honor. Really, the defense really helps. We get it.
Clark's hard work and determination have paid off tremendously as Coach Dave Diani took note as Clark earned back her starting role.
Our 3 goalkeepers are very competitive right now, and Kylie and Tina, I think, have pushed Hannah to another level. I think Hannah will probably tell you, maybe didn't come in as to the place where she needed to be mentally and physically, and in the nature of college, you hope in a program you have other people step up. But we're really proud of what Hannah's done and how she's faced some adversity and not playing and not getting down in the dumps and training a little harder. And now it's her turn.
Having 2 other very talented goalies right behind her on the depth chart has pushed Clark to where she needs to be and helped the Hawkeyes continue to improve as a whole. Austin Luce, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Clark started all 23 matches in the 2013 season as a sophomore.
And that will do it for us here in the sports studio. In tomorrow's program, we'll be bringing to you a look inside the Iowa dance team and the competitiveness that goes into each week.
Mary, Tanner, back to you at the desk.